today I'm here with John Arcilia, also known as Henry Luna in his latest movie. And I'm going to be asking him a few questions for my humanities project. So, hey John, how are you?
I'm good, I'm great.
So I just want to ask you, how was your training like when you were starting to become a theater artist?
Well, I started with community theater. It is called the National Media Productions. I was, I think, 12 years old then. It was summer after my elementary schooling. And well, I like it because ever since I was a kid, I've been dreaming of being an actor, a singer, actor, on stage, on screen. And because I actually started acting and performing as early as 7 years old. I usually do that in front of, in our sala, you know, because my parents used to push me every time we have guests. And I was born with a family who loves, like from my mother's side, they love poetry reading, sometimes spontaneous poetry renditions during parties. Because my mother's side came from the lineage of Manuel Quezon, our first, how do we call it? Our first federal government president. Because we had before we had, after the Republic of the Philippines, we had the federal government. And my father actually, when I was a kid, he's a frequent president of the parent teachers organizations in my school. And I can always see him hosting parties, singing on stage. So I think as early as really very young, I can see my parents, my family is into that. So when I had my first training in high school, it's like I was a fish and in the pond. Suddenly I just swam. It's
natural for you.
It's natural for me, and I love that. And from then on, I've been attending workshops. After that, it was with PETA, or the Philippine Educational Theater Association, and so on and so forth. I became so active in my school as the youngest member of the cultural committee, because members of the committee usually are the teachers and the dean and the principal of the school. And I was the only student as part of the cultural committee of the whole college. At the same time, I was the president of the parish theater group. And at the same time, I was also the president of the barangay youth theater. I was the busiest teen when I was young, but it is only now that I can see that. During those days, I thought it's just normal. But now, as I look back, oh, I was so busy when I was a kid, a teenager. And that's the thing, yeah.
So, do you have any inspiration for this?
Most probably my parents, because my mother and my father used to love cinema. They are cineasts. They love watching films, watching movies. My mom is a fan of Hollywood stars. My father is a follower of prominent people like Gandhi, Martin Luther, Miri Aquino, and my mother loves theater icons like Julie Andrews, like Yul Brynner. You don't know those icons already, but these were the icons during those years. Yes. I grew up. These are my parents' icons, but well, when during my time, they're already old. I mean, like these people. But I think I got those from my parents. And then, well, I love Michael Jackson. When I was young, most of Michael Jackson's songs I sing. And in fact, during my teenage years, I was a frequent contestant of singing contests, and I always get the first prize,
Wow.
the first placer. It was only when I was 13, when my voice was beginning to crack, that I stopped singing because
Sample.
when the two of us knew no more, we both found what we were looking for. With a friend to call my own. I forgot, but that was my first time when I was 7.
Okay, so
Yes. But of course now I sing differently, like Nessun dorma, so it's different now. I'm more theatrical these days. And more Broadway-ish. Tonight.
With
I'll
this,
see my
with this,
love
I'm pretty sure you're gonna
tonight.
get the high grade for this class.
I'm sure. Where do you get this? You get it first, right? So, do you have any challenges pursuing this path of yours? And also the transition from theater actor to...
You know what happened to me when
Yeah.
my voice changed during my adolescent years? My voice cracked on stage, and for the first time I got the second place, and I was so traumatized with the experience that I did not sing for 13 years.
13 years.
Yes, and that transformed me into an actor because I can't sing. I have to express myself, and one of my teachers found that passion in me, so she tried me out for a school drama, and then I shifted to acting, theater. So while I was absent singing, I was doing theater. It was only when I was in my 20s, after my college, when I became a scholar of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, that I was actually trying to heal that trauma. I insisted at my audition that can I sing? I told the director, it is supposed to be an actor's company audition, but I insisted to sing. They are not aware that I'm actually trying to heal my trauma in singing because I know I was good at it. And then I got the scholarship. I became the pioneer of the Actors Company of the University of the Philippines in 1990. And then I believe that actually I pushed the criteria of the Actors Company. Suddenly, they put musicals on the lineup.
That's
And
great.
then I started singing acting.
Well,
That
at
was
least now
the-
you're
yeah.
where you want to be, right?
Yes, that was the challenge. And I think when I got the first there are two challenges more. The first, when I was so at home with theater already, I saw a film. No, I saw a film. And this lady brought her boyfriend into their house for a dinner. She introduced her boyfriend to the family, and the father of the girl told the boyfriend, "So what do you do?" And the lady told the father, "Oh, she's an actor. She's a theater actor, but she's into commercials now. So it's an American film." "Oh yeah?" The father said, seems not so
Not impressed.
not impressed. Said, "So when are you going to get a real job?" My world stopped. Ever since since I was a kid, I want to be an actor, and then there's this person, a lot of people who doesn't believe that being an actor and being in theater is not good. I mean, it's not a real job. It's a profession. My world stopped, and I realized, I looked around me that most of the actors in theater are really doing that as a hobby. Most of the money
Want to make a living.
Yes, to make a living. And then I got for the second time, I got this crisis. What? Since I was a kid, I thought this is the life that I want to have. And so I reviewed my theater history, and then I realized that since 10,000 years before Christ, theater already started, but as rituals. In 600 before Christ, theater was already a powerful tool for politicians, especially in Athens, to advertise themselves. They actually sponsor theater groups, and in honor of their names, this theater group will perform and will announce their names. So as early as 500 years BC, theater and performances had a powerful influence with the society. And then fast forward a lot of things. 15th century after death, theater and acting was professionalized. And then 600 years before Christ, actually, the Roman Empire actually closed all the theaters, and they excommunicated all the actors because they know how powerful theater can influence their culture. Because it has been so long that the Greek culture is still alive, or was still alive in the Roman culture. So they closed the theater. So see how powerful theater and performances were. So after reviewing that, when I got that trauma, I realized that no, I have a good profession. It is a noble profession, and it is a powerful tool to change society.
To inspire people also.
To inspire people.
It is a real job.
Yes, and it's a real job.
So, after all this, Kuya John, what's next for you?
Next for me, well, I have 2 films done. The first, the other one is not yet done. But one is entitled Birdshot. This is not about a hero. Major role, but not really a title role like in a movie. And it is also funded by Articulo Uno, my producer movie, and 40% funded by an international organization. So definitely it has an international scope too, but it is more on the environmental issues and awareness. Yes.
Okay, so that's that.
So, thank you.
You have any message for your fans?
Oh well, just keep on watching a Filipino film, support the Filipino artist, and wait for some films that I'm about and that I'm actually cooking, that we're cooking for all of you guys. So hang on and please support all the movies that I'm going to make. Thank you so much.